I'm just getting back into posting again, just to refresh your memory about how I obtained my Class A CDL. So I was at a job for 20 years, like I said before, working with the elderly, and I was happy in my job, but every 2 weeks I was making $600 after 20 years of service for these people. So, I was coming to the end of my rope, because who wants to dedicate 20 years of their life and still not be able to live right and afford, the things that you need? And that's what I was doing. So I'm on the internet one day and I'm scrolling through and I see truck driver advertisements and commercials, and I said to myself, well, I could drive, so let me look into this. So I did, and it was called Drivers Solutions, and I was a resident in Philadelphia. I was born, raised there, never seen any part of the country in my life except for Philadelphia. And so I contacted Driver Solutions, and they directed me to AAA School of Trucking. So I went there, and it was an accelerated course that will teach you from ground zero. If you don't know anything about trucking at all, and a AAA School of Trucking is on Delaware Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So I went there on an accelerated course and learned the basics. Now, they didn't really teach me how to back up too well, but I knew how to drive forward, and they taught me how to double clutch and shift the stick shift. And we learned how to do that, but you had to get your permits first, and then they allow you in the truck to start learning your maneuvers and everything like that. So I started that school. When did I start that school? I started that school. Did I get my license in May? I think it was May or the end of June. No, I'm lying. I started in June, the middle of June, and had my Class A by the end of July. So it only took me basically a month and 2 weeks, a month and a half, to get my CDL. But the teachers will tell you there, the instructors will tell you there, they're only there to help you pass your test. Everything else you learn out here. And I said in the previous video, if somebody was out there, like, I wish they would have told me a lot more and better prepared me for what to expect out here, because I was out here flying blind. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to take anything really away from the instructors, because they do whip you into shape real quick. It's up to the trainers through the company to basically teach you the ins and outs once you get out here. So Driver Solutions paid my tuition for trucking school, and I think it was like, at the time, it was like a little over $6,000. And it was a contract that I was supposed to sign and work for PAM, P-A-M, and I did attempt to do that, but that didn't work out, so I ended up not working for PAM at all. So I had to call and make payment arrangements to pay back the loan. If I would have worked for Pam for that year, they would have been taken out of my check, you know, a portion of the payment so I could pay them back and pay the tuition back. So, you know, but I never did it. So I had to end up calling them and arrange to make payments to pay off the loan, which I didn't have a problem with. But to be honest, I didn't even make arrange. I started paying off when I started working for Roadtex. They started taking $50, just $50 a week out of my check. And then something happened where I think I either lost my card, my credit card, or whatever the case, and I had to get another one. So the payments discontinued. So once I remembered that I still owed Driver Solutions the money back, I got in touch with them again, and I was paying them $175 a week to pay the rest of the payments off. And I think by that time I only owed them like a little less than $3,000. So I paid that off really quick in less than 6 months. I just kept, every week they took $175 out, and if I had any extra left over, I would call them and make another $50 payment or another $75 payment on top of the $175 they was already taking every week. So that knocked my bill down, and I finally finished paying that off, so I don't have that problem anymore. And yeah, so that's how I obtained my CDL, through Driver Solutions, working for going to school at AAA. That's AAA School of Trucking in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, down on Delaware Avenue. I do believe the place is still open, and I do believe Driver Solutions still helps out new drivers, but it's a contractual thing, so they're gonna expect you to work for whoever they're affiliated with, trucking company wise. And I recommend that if you do go Driver Solutions, just work for the other company for a year so you can pay your loan back off and not have no problems. So yeah, then once I had that little incident with the first company I worked at, Roadtex, I went to Western Express because they hire any kind of driver. But Western Express will have you sign a contract that will obligate you to stay with them for a year. And if you don't stay with them for a year, you owe them $2,500. And it's in the contract. So read the fine print. Before you sign anything, read the fine print. It's going to save your life. Because I'm so excited about getting hired to another company, I never even saw that. And I don't believe that they said that this is an obligation. So I was financially responsible to pay them back. But because I worked for them for 5 months, they took into consideration those 5 months, and I think I only owed them like $1,100. So I called them up to fix my credit with that, and I paid that $1,100 off right there on the spot. So I took care of that like immediately. As soon as I found out that I still owed them money, I called them immediately and made that payment so they could get off my back, because that can follow you around through your credit score. Because if they give it to a secondary credit company to collect the debt, it'll follow you around if you don't pay it off. And it is legit, because I was obligated to pay it because I signed that contract without reading it. So never sign anything you don't read. If you don't read it carefully and closely and ask questions about what's on your contract, you're going to be obligated to be financially responsible for whatever is in the fine print. So just keep that in mind. Once you get on the road to getting your license and all of that, you got to stick with it. You should stick with it. Don't start it and then get discouraged and then quit, because I was going to do that and I didn't. I stuck it out and I kept going. Even though I'm out there making $400 a week, solo driving by myself, I was making $400 a week. But I persevered and I stuck with it, and now I found this company, which is Crete, that I'm with now. And I do recommend y'all come over here. And my name is Angie. My truck number is 43208 right now at this time. So if you come over here, let them know that I referred you. We get a little bit of a bonus if you come. I would appreciate it. So anyway, yeah, that is my refresher story about the first time, or when I thought I needed a career change and actually made it happen. So that's just me letting you know and reminding you how it is easy. It's easy to get into, and you won't regret it, because you just got to stick with it, and the money will come. You just got to be patient. All right, y'all. I appreciate all the subscribers. I need y'all to subscribe. Need. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Be careful out there, everybody. It's AP, and I'm out.